Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My dear friends, today I have started a lecture series on conventional psychology, and my lecture series focus on different branches of psychology. I will first of all discuss about the concepts of psychology, uh, and after that I will uh, I will explore some basic concepts in different branches of psychology, like the counseling psychology, psychopathology, and developmental psychology. And this is my an humble attempt to discuss about the psychology, its basic concepts. Today I am going to discuss about the concept of psychology, what is psychology, and how it was developed, and in what context. In different cultures there are the different paradigms that it differ from the culture to culture, how how the behavior of people is interpreted in different contexts, the hermeneutics of of a behavior and its patterns from the different perspectives. And today, and the topic that I have focused to discuss, that is the concept of psychology. What is psychology? Actually, the word psychology is derived from the two words psyche and logos. Psyche means soul and logos means study. Psychology is the study of soul or mind. It studied mental process, experiences, and behavior in different contexts. It studies behavior of an individual and behavior of two individual, that we call it didic, and group behavior, and organization, and and people who are working, their interpersonal relationship between the intrapersonal relationship between the individuals. That is all about the study of their behavior, study of mind. And I am quoting here a psychologist whose name is a very good scholar, Cyril Burt. He says that first of all, psychology lost his soul, and then after mind, and then at last psychology lost its mind. There are some Western psychologists who are criticizing the different paradigms, different schools of psychology. For example, I'm quoting here the Scott Peck, a psychiatrist, American psychiatrist. He wrote a book, Denial of Soul, and in that book he laments the Western secularization for overshadowing the role of spirituality in mental health. So there are two sections of the psychologists who are some psychologists are against the secularization, and some of them are more oriented towards the role of religion. For example, I am quoting here the American Psychological Association Division 36. The Division 36 discussed about the psychology of religion, that's entitled the psychology of religion. So the mental process, it is the state that we use to solve problems, thinking various aspects, learning and remembering the things. And in this definition we have also discussed about the experience, what an individual experiences, he perceives, and there are subjective, these experiences are subjective in nature, and there is a less objectivity, so which are embedded in our conscious and depend upon our internal and external conditions of a person, in which conditions an individual is. For example, the individuals who are residing in the urban areas, we can see them also urbanites as well. And those individuals who are residing in the rural places, their behavior, their social cohesion and other aspects of their behavior are totally different from each other. So we are studying here behavior, and these what behaviors are actually the responses or the reactions we make or activities we engage in. Behavior may be simple or the complex. Behavior can be overt or they can outwardly seen or seemed by an observer. Psychologists study behavior as an association between the stimulus and the response. And what is stimulus? This is the term which the behaviorists use in different theories of psychology, like the conditioning and Pavlov theory of learning. And we will study these kind of terms in different fields of psychology. The stimulus is that this is the external force which compels an individual in which instigates an individual to show a particular behavior. And what responses are? The responses are actually the reflexes of an stimulus. And in the contemporary times, we know that psychology is studied in different institutions around the globe, and we will discuss about the psychology as a discipline, and in which discipline, whether it lie in the social sciences or the biological sciences, and other kind of schools are there. Psychology studies experience, behavior, mental process. In the Indian tradition, we say that self-reflection and the analysis of our conscious experience. So first, if we delve into the history of psychology, first laboratory of psychology was established in 1879 in Germany, Leipzig, Germany. Psychology generally categorized in social sciences, but in India, it is also as the subject offered in Faculty of Science, both at the undergraduate courses and the postgraduate courses. In some places, in some institutions, where psychology is under the banner of behavioral sciences. For example, if we talk about the University of Kashmir, where it is placed under the biological, not behavioral sciences. And sometime before mm, uh, I do not know the do not know the exact date. First of all, this psychology was under the banner of social sciences. Psychology as a discipline, it can be placed under the different schools. And with the advancement of technology, with the advancement of neuroscience, some of us would know aware about developing brain imagining techniques. For example, uh, for example, as you know, there are so many techniques are there which are used in the neuroscience. And the neuroscience is studied about the central nervous system and the different kinds of parasympathetic nervous system and the other kind of sympathetic nervous system, and the relationship between the neuroscience and the psychology and the computer science. Psychology as a natural science. Psychology has its roots in the philosophy. Modern psychology developed because of application of scientific method to psychological studies. Psychology was influenced by the discrete Descripts and later on by developments in the physics. And there was also a branch and existing in the contemporary time, there is a branch of psychology that's known as the psychophysics. How the behavior is stimulated, how the behavior is stimulated with the physical environment. It is and another branch of psychology is that the environmental psychology is there. There are so many other kinds of psychologies are there. Psychology was and discretes and physics has grown what is called the hypothetical deductive model. This model suggested that the scientific development can take place if you are putting theory to explain it, and further you will research on it. You will focus on the theory. You will test the theories through the different models. Understanding mind and behavior. Mind could not be defined as a concrete behavior term, or its location could not be indicated. So we can compare and contrast, or we can जिसको कह सकते हैं we can metaphorically we can explain it, that brain is just like the hardware of the computer, and the mind can be when be compared and contrasted, or we can metaphorically explain it through a mechanistic view, just like it is a software of the computer. This is called this is what we how we can understand the difference between mind and the brain. As such, we should thankful to some neuropsychologists like the Sperry and the physicists like the Penrose, who give it respect. We deserve they bring back the mind into the psychology. So there are so many kinds of theories are there. So many kinds of branches of psychology are there to discuss about the psychology. And in the next lecture we will discuss more about the different concepts in psychology, from the basic level to the advanced level. We will discuss about these theories. And on the other side, we will start a comprehensive lecture series on the intersection between the Islam and the psychology. Hope we will start a lecture series on Islamic psychology and the contribution of Muslim scholars like Imam Ghazali, Abu Zaid al-Balkhi, and Ibn Sina. There are so many early Muslim scholars who have contributed towards the development of Islamic psychology and other fields of psychology. And in contemporary times, we can say that psychology is very it has gained a very momentum of interdisciplinary approach where different religions and the role of religion, spirituality on mental health, and these concepts are not overshadowed in the psychology. And hope that you will you will respond me about the limitations, about some drawbacks, that I will improve it. This is my humble attempt to present this kind of content in front of you. Thank you very much.